What's up, ladies and gents? Clearcut 83 and my first tutorial with the Hauppauge high definition personal video recorder and the editor Sony Vegas, and just gotten a lot of questions about my videos and how I achieve the quality that I do with HD gameplay, specifically from my PlayStation 3. So just wanted to make a kind of a short tutorial on how to get the best settings for you guys, and you kind of need to have the Hauppauge HD PVR already to kind of know what I'm talking about. Obviously Sony Vegas would help, particularly Sony Vegas Pro 8 Edition C, because it imports the files that the Hauppauge produces, which is a .m2ts file, and they are large, they take up a lot of space, and it takes up a lot of your computer's resources to play the file back. So if you kind of meet the requirements so far, let's hop right into it and open up Sony Vegas. Alright, so I already have a file imported into Sony Vegas. It's not an M2TS file, but basically everything I'm going to show you is exactly the same. Nothing's going to change. So there's a couple of things you first need to be concerned about. Now, the file that you're going to import from your Hauppauge, if you click on it, it's going to tell you the audio and video settings of that file. Now, this is really important because through our editing process, when we render the final video, you want to try and keep as much of the same settings as possible so you don't have to re-encode, which takes time and also makes you lose quality on your videos. So this technically isn't already an MPEG-4 that's 1280 by 720 with 60 frames per second. The audio is a 44,000 hertz stereo at AAC, and basically what we're trying to do is get the video to play back smoothly over here in the preview window within Sony Vegas, because if you kind of have a mid-tier system or a computer, it may be really choppy and it may not play back smoothly, and you basically want to see how your video is coming along when you're editing down here on the timeline. So the first thing I'm gonna teach you what to do is click on this little box here, Project Video Properties, and this little yellow folder right here, it's called Match Media Settings. What we're gonna do is match this preview window to the video that you just imported. So go ahead and click that box, and then wherever on your computer that you have saved your recording, you need to go to that and select the file and then hit open. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to match the settings up for this preview window to the video that you recorded from your Hauppauge. It could be your gameplay videos, it could be a television show, what have you. Anything that you record, you're basically trying to match to that preview window. The step I just showed you will automatically match everything, and you'll be good to go. So after you get that done, the next step is your editing, inserting or importing your intros. Some of you guys do some really cool intros. I've made a couple so far. You drag that down to the timeline. Some of you might cut up your videos by selecting a certain place in the video and then cutting some of it out and doing transitions like a fade out or fade in, kind of like what you see on my videos. But after you're all done editing, the final step is to render the video and basically save it as your final, the final that's going to be uploaded to your channel on YouTube. So here's a couple of things I want to show you to make sure that you have set up right, if you're with me so far. So the best settings that I've found, I think will really help some of you guys out if you're new to the Hauppauge HD PVR. So after you do all your editing, go to Render, File, Render As, and then of course you're going to type in the file name of your video and save as type. We're going to go to Main Concept AVC/AAC MPEG-4. Now basically what this is, Sony Vegas is going to export it as an MPEG-4 video with AAC audio. Next down here is a template. I've already made my template, but that's what we're going to go through right now with you to make sure you have the right settings. So go ahead and hit custom, and the description is irrelevant. Let's see here. So video rendering quality, on default it's set at good. We're going to go ahead and choose best, and then at the very bottom hit the video tab. The original video that I recorded is 720p, so the setting is a 1280 by 720, which I match here. 1280, 720, 60 frames per second, which is what the original is, so we're not changing anything there, we're not re-encoding. And the constant bit rate I currently have set at 8. Now, those of you with the Hauppauge already, you know that you can go into the settings and change the variable bit rate. I pretty much leave it on 8, to tell you the truth, unless I'm playing some Madden or some NHL, and then I'll bump up the bit rate to 10 within the Hauppauge. Now, whatever you use for your recording, whether it's 8 or 10 or 9, or even if you go up to the maximum 13.5 on the Hauppauge, you want to match that setting here, because you don't want to start changing settings like I said earlier. So go ahead and match that setting. Under the audio tab, I use a 44,000 hertz at 128 kilobits per second. So once you choose your settings there, go up to the template and enter in a name, like let's just say Hauppauge HD PVR, and then hit the little disk save template next to that. And what that's going to do is going to save that template, so you don't have to go through and do this every time. So once you put your name in and hit save, go ahead and hit OK. So now the template that you used will show up here every time. So all you'll have to do is enter your the name of your video and hit save. Bam! Sony Vegas starts rendering that video. And obviously, depending on the length of it, whether it's a 4 or 5 minute video, maybe you're up there around 10 minutes, that will basically depend on the length of your video, in correlation to how many megabytes it is. So definitely these settings should help you out, and please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, post them down below, and thanks for watching.